What's going on, boys? I almost forgot it was Wednesday, to be quite honest. I almost forgot it was Wednesday, but then it hit me. So, time for the weekly live chat. I was literally getting together a video. I wasn't even sure what I was going to title it yet, but I was getting together a video about something we talked about yesterday, which was Ilia Topuria and the claims that he turned down Alexander Volkanovski according to Joe Rogan. Shocker. But I might make that video after this stream, and I have another video to do about UFC 301. It's hard to believe we're knocking on the door of UFC 301. It really is. I mean, remember when we were like, oh, what's going to be the main event for 300? What's going to be the main? And now it's all of a sudden it's 301. I can't believe it. And now we're here. We could talk about the Pereira rumors. I almost put that in the title, but I knew a lot of people were going to come in and complain. They'd be like, why'd you put that? That isn't true. There was some rumblings. Of Pereira fighting at 301 because of kind of like a troll video, at least in my opinion, he posted online. So it kind of had people running away with stuff with lack of common sense. Maybe I end up being wrong. But yeah, it's May 1st, dude. I can't believe that either. I got one dude on my mind. See you at the top. We start every stream with, I got one dude on my mind. By the way, if you're in the Discord, you already know this. YouTube's trying to shut me down, boys. YouTube's trying to shut me down. I got a copyright claim. Your boy got a copyright claim. Shame on it. Shame on it. Got a copyright claim for Joe Rogan, using a Joe Rogan clip. You got to be kidding me. Luckily, the video's still up. They just take the ad revenue from it. So, it isn't the end of the world, but it's just annoying. You know, use 2 minutes of clips in a 25-minute video. So, it is what it is. The video's still up. That's all that matters. Luckily, there's actually, one of my Jamal Hill videos is actually kind of exploding recently. It's got like a second wind. It's still actually going. It might get to 50K. The one about the Schmo interview, thank God that isn't copyright claim, but who knows? Don't want to speak too soon. And that's still climbing. That's heading towards 42,000 views right now, and it's still climbing. So that's good news. Anyway, Andrew John, thank you for the $9.99. Anthony Smith was crying like a baby at media today for his horrific takes as of late. The only thing he said that recent has been true is that Pereira shouldn't get a black belt off a KO win. Thank you for the $9.99, Andrew John. Look, I usually don't pay too much attention to what Anthony Smith said, but I do have to say this. I saw a clip of him at Media Day today, and I partially agree with him. And again, I haven't paid super close attention to everything Anthony Smith has said. But every time I've checked out one of the delusional things he said, when I've checked it out with full context, it usually isn't as bad as everyone's made it out to be. I will say that. Obviously, he's delusional. Obviously, he said some shitty things. But I will say, kind of what he said at Media Day was facts. He was like, the fans are stupid. You know, they make everything out to be something. It's partially true. I think they're kind of both at fault. I think Anthony Smith says some really dumb shit, and I think the fans blow it out of proportion and sometimes over-exaggerate it. You know, just like people taking a 10-second clip of Michael Chandler talking about his kids with transforming that into he's basically abducted black children to, I don't know, replace them with white people's brains. You know, there's some people doing that. There's some fans, quote-unquote fans out there doing that horrendous shit. So, you know, I honestly would like to do a video on it, but I just can't bring myself to listen to Anthony Smith that much. I just find him kind of annoying, you know. But yeah, thank you for the $9.99, Andrew John. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, you definitely, I think it is corny they be giving out black belts for like performances that have nothing to do with jiu-jitsu. So, yeah. Thanks again. Like the stream, boys? Yeah, if you guys could like the stream. Who is he talking about? Does Max beat Ilia? I'm going to say no. I'm going to change my mind and say no. I don't think he does. I haven't thought about it too much, but I'm going to say no. Alex's injury. Alex's video has to be a troll job. It is. 100% is. You know, what he's signing literally looks like a fucking Microsoft Office form. What do you think of Ryan's fan said he did not cheat? Or Ryan saying he did not cheat? You're talking about Garcia, right? I don't know too much about it, but if you're testing positive, you're testing positive, bro. So, it is what it is. They're trying to silence the truth. What do you think about... Okay, read that. JRE Joey, what's hip, brother? Take me higher. I will take you to a place where blind men see. What's up? I don't think the belt is win related. He put the belt for training outside. That this Alex Pereira hater are the worst, man. Dude, he gave him it because he won the fight. If he lost the fight, is he still giving that to him? No. Did you see Ryan Garcia tested positive? Yeah. Apparently he missed weight too, so seems like a real piece of work. But other than that, I don't know. I just seen it on Twitter. I don't even know nothing about Ryan Garcia, really. I just know he's been a big topic of discussion recently. Garcia positive test per sources with direct knowledge failed for Osterine in 2 urine tests on April 19th and post-fight April 20th. April 19th sample also from VADA level. Screen positive but not confirmed for 19 norandrostone pending IRMS analysis currently being run. So, that's crazy, dude. If he cheated to win, he's a piece of shit. So, and does Max beat Ilia? No. Will Jones fight this year? Yes. Yes, I did see tested positive. What's your take on Topuria demanding a shot at the BMF where he's fighting Ortega? I think he's just kind of joking around, but he's right. I mean, put up the BMF title. Let's clear this second best. This I can't beat the champion, so I have to have a fake belt because I'm a badass when you're really not. You know, the BMF belt's a cornball title, and Topuria can save us from it. That's the way I see it. And like Max, every time Max has responded about it, he's beat around the bush. Oh, someone who wants to be, who's a BMF doesn't ask for the BMF title. They just earn the BMF. No, the BMF title is second best title. The BMF title is I'm not good enough title. The BMF title is a gimmick WWE belt, which you think you can win, but you can never lose it. And it's just cornball central. I hate having car problems. That's unfortunate, Chase. That's annoying. Poetards when we don't think Alex Pereira should get a black belt in jiu-jitsu for knocking someone out with a left hook. Yeah. What fight are you most looking forward to on 301? Main event. So, Max is a BMF. Stop the hate, Joey. No, he's not. Max is not a BMF. He was at one point. He's not the champion anymore. He's not the best in his division. He's not the best in any division. He hasn't proven to be the best in any division right now. Presently. Okay? So, he's just a guy who has a fan base, who strikes, who gets gifted a belt for fighting a guy who's not a champion because all to sell a pay-per-view. So that's it. And that's facts. I don't care what anyone says. I like Max Holloway. I think he's a very good fighter. I think he could be champion again one day. But let's stop acting like the BMF title is meaningful. So, what fight? I'm most looking forward to the main event. Max beats Ilia. Maybe. Then he is the BMF. So you got to admit every BMF fight has been a banger. Curse belt the holder. Always lose to a challenger. No. Any new videos coming out? Maybe tonight. We'll see after how long I go on a stream. We'll see. Max shouldn't even fight at 145 anymore. What's he going to do at 155? Fight Islam? That ain't going to go well for him. Armin's ahead of him too. I don't care what anyone says. Let's see it, Joey Max versus Islam. You know what's funny? Everyone would pick Max going into that fight, and then Islam would dominate him, and they'd be like, he's beating up 45ers. I don't even want to say it because of that. I think the biggest fight you can make at 45 right now is Topuria versus Max. And if I'm Volk, I welcome it and take the time off. I'm looking forward to Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Yasmin Lucindo. Okay, Zach. All right. Crazy DC. Yeah, DC's crazy, dude, saying Aljamain. Just a guy, fuck the BMF title. Just a fighter trajectory since the start has been something to behold. Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that he's not considered the best right now in his division, or any division for that matter. So just because he strikes, just because he's a fan-friendly, he fights in a fan-friendly style, doesn't make him a BMF. It makes him a good fighter who isn't a champion, who had 3 opportunities to beat the same man and couldn't do it. So if he wants to try to earn that back, he can fight Topuria, which he will, and put the BMF title on line. Why can't you put the title on line? I think he should. I think he needs to. I think he has to. And I'm tired of all this bullshit. You have Joe Rogan spreading rumors out there that he turned down a fight, and I told you guys that was garbage, and it's confirmed garbage now. It's confirmed garbage. Should Aljamain Sterling, Yair Rodriguez, should they make it? Sure, why not? Now I want Diego Lopez, Yair Rodriguez in the sphere. That's what I want. But the only reason let's be honest, the only reason Max Holloway has a belt wrapped around his waist is because he's a fan favorite. That's it. That is it. But you know what's crazy? I'd be interested in Max Volk 4 now. Volk on the decline, Max still looking good. Joe Rogan is such a dumbass for reporting fake news like that. Dude, he doesn't pay attention to anything, and he just says like random shit based off of like some random headlines he's seen. That's all he does. That's why he's just a complete casual at this point. He sees an Instagram post and then tells everyone it's fact when he doesn't know shit. Is Charles going to wait for Conor for 2 years if he beats Chandler? I'm going to be honest, Charles Oliveira is a cornball now too. Dude's like, I beat Armin. I won rounds 1 and 3. And I'm looking for big fights at 170. What big fight are you getting at 170? Okay, we get it. You want to fight Conor. I'm beginning to truly think that Charles Oliveira cut himself on purpose because he didn't want to fight Islam. So I genuinely believe that now. I do. There's no true hardcore evidence to back that up, but the day before you're supposed to leave, all of a sudden you get a nasty gouge. I don't think he wanted that smoke from Islam anymore. So I never believed that before, but now I'm starting to believe it, the way he's like chasing after Conor so desperately. I mean, who even cares? I don't even want to see Conor fight anymore. My first reaction when Joe Rogan said that, when has he ever broken news like that before? Yeah, he just makes up shit because he sees like clickbait headlines or Instagram posts. So, yeah. Volk was very political with his answer. He just could have said Joe Rogan was lying, but he was smart about it. No, he said Rogan probably just saw a headline. And that's what he went with because he's a fucking idiot. Charles would get smashed at 170. Dude, Colby would probably beat Charles at 170. Covington versus Strickland. That's the fight I want to see. I would love to see 2 mentally ill weirdos who are setting up or attempting to set up their career in like right-wing talking points and talking heads, pundits, whatever you want to call them. I'd like to see them fight each other and talk shit about each other. Honestly, man, I don't get what the hype is for JRE. I heard through the grapevine all Rogan does in his podcast is smoke weed and spew a bunch of conspiracy theories. I used to watch it back in the day, like many, many years ago. But he just started to get weirder and weirder and weirder. I would say I haven't really watched since... Damn, it's been that long. Probably like 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. Damn, it's been 7 years. It's just, once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. That's basically what it is. I feel like it's just gotten... And when I see clips of it, I'm just like, Rogan doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Especially consider I only watch it kind of for MMA talk. So... Do you enjoy MMA or does it just frustrate you? I both. Both. Oh, Pat, sorry. Pat, thank you for the $1.99. Thank you for the poverty donation. Max versus Ilia, who wins and how? I'm going to say Ilia by KO. I'm going to say Ilia is the guy to put Max out. It's tough, man. That's a tough fight. I think Ilia wins because I think Ilia could ragdoll Max to the ground too. Not ragdoll him like from the onset, but I think he could work his grappling if he was losing in the striking. But I think his power is just crazy. Max does not have power. I know people act like he does because Justin Gaethje stood in the center and swung with him like crazy. He didn't do that against Volk. You know why he didn't do that against Volk? Because he was getting his ass whooped. He had a wounded animal who he lulled to the center and he put out of his misery. So, I'm going Ilia. Charles was annoying before their fight. He was asking for Conor when Conor had no idea when he would be fighting. That's all he does is talk about Conor now. Charles loses to any good wrestler? No, they have to be a good wrestler with good jiu-jitsu as well. Just as you don't want to see Conor fight doesn't mean millions of others won't, but the fact Conor return fight is the biggest and highest grossing card there's going to be this year. Okay, you don't know that yet, but okay. Colby 30-27, maybe. Colby could get caught in a sub, though. Weed is tight. Andy, you got the sickest references. JRE has had some amazing guests on before, I'm sure. Rogan's podcast used to be legit. Dude's just a complete casual now. Jerry was about the guests more than Rogan because he let them talk. Is that what it used to be? Another day, another banger stream. Thank you, Dev. I don't watch Jerry either, even when he has fighters on. I used to listen to him. I never really watched him per se, but I used to listen to him. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all, basically. Max is smoked at 155. Dude did a podcast with Mexican OT. I don't know who that is. Joey takes me for granted. Charlie would beat Colby. Maybe submitted. Who wins prime Conor or current Max? I'll say current Max. I think Conor's cardio would let him down, especially if it's a 5-rounder. Yeah, Max may have issues getting back down to 45. That would not surprise me. That would not surprise me. So, who wants to throw hands? Shut up, Pat. Colby has no jiu-jitsu and is a small wrestler. I wouldn't be shocked at all if Charles beat him. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Charles subbed him. At all. Yeah, Max has one of the best chins in MMA, but Ilia is one of those few fighters like featherweight, like Josh Emmett, who can put anyone's lights out. Yeah, that's what I've been on the Topuria train the whole time he's been in the UFC. I just picked Volk over him. So, Garcia popped for steroids. I saw. Apparently he's popped for multiple things from urine samples. I don't know too much about the boxing rules or how they enforce those. Failed tests, but it'll be interesting. I'll kind of keep up on it. How do you think JDM versus Habib at welterweight would go? Habib would easily sub JDM, in my opinion. Mod the man? Yeah, I'm not modding Pat. Drop by Gaethje? Yeah. I think he gets KO'd by Ilia. I think it's a totally different fight if Justin doesn't lean down in that spinning back kick in the first round. And that's not taking any credit away from Max because Max landed that kick. But I'm just saying, I think that was the real turning point. I'm hearing that maybe fake news. It's being reported by legit sources. I don't think it's fake. Could you see Chandler freezing up like Cowboy? No, I could see Chandler going out there, squatting down, loading up his right hand, and getting plucked with a straight left right on the chin and put to sleep. Or calling timeout afterwards. Or calling timeout. I run these streams. Shut up, Pat. Will Sean Brady ever fight for the belt, or is he not that good? Sean Brady will never fight for the belt. The welterweight division is too stacked, to be honest. I mean, He's good, but I don't think, he's going to have to get at least 2 to 3 good wins to get to a title shot. It depends how the division plays out. But right now, I don't see it happening. And I don't see him beating a lot of these guys ahead of him either. I don't think he beats... He might beat JDM. He probably beats JDM, actually. He's not beating Bilal. I don't think he's beating Leon. I'm going to be honest. I think Sean Brady may beat Colby, but that's a 50-50. I don't think he beats Gary, but Gary hasn't been fully tested by a nasty wrestler. Like a really good wrestler. So it could beat him. I don't know. If Dustin KO's Islam will be the craziest moment of 202, yes, it would be. And everyone has been saying Garcia fooled everyone, but if you see his interviews, even after any fight, he doesn't seem the same as he used to be. I'm not familiar. So, Pat Matthews, thank you for the 199. Like this, don't know if you think I should be mod. I unliked it. Are you on steroids? Just a little bit. What does anyone even pop in boxing? I don't know what happens if that's what you're asking. If Michael Chandler gets beat by Conor, his career's over. Probably. I want to pick Chandler so bad, but I see him getting clipped with that left hand and falling face. Dude, Chandler comes out and does the same shit every time. He telegraphs every right hand. But I'm going to pick Chandler, and I'm going to regret it. But I'm not picking anybody coming back from a catastrophic injury, long layoff. So, everyone unlike Pat Matthews, dono. I bet you if that was a $20 dono, you would have got the likes. You would have got the likes you needed, my friend. I bet you would have got the likes you needed. How many knockouts does Ilia have? Quite a few in the UFC. He knocked out Jai Herbert. He knocked out Ryan Hall. He knocked out Volk. But he was for a long time more of a jiu-jitsu guy. Joe Rogan didn't even know that when he was fighting Bryce. He was like, oh, he's going down to Bryce's, he knocked out Damon Jackson. He's going down Bryce's world. Yeah, in the UFC, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 KOs. 4 KOs out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of 7 fights in the UFC. Would you rather have, Joey, a coked out Conor giving you life advice or Michael Chandler giving you a motivational speech? Coked out Conor giving me life advice. I mean, it's just going to be for fun anyway. It's not like I have to follow it. Chandler's going to fight Conor with arms wide open under the sunlight. Is that how it goes? Yeah, I bet he is. You shouldn't have. Your mom should have swallowed, Pat. Damon Jackson. Pantoja subs Michael Scott in round 3. I agree. That was my pick. If you guys haven't checked out my full card picks, you should. You should. We're already cruising towards 21,000, boys. We're already cruising towards 21,000, which is pretty swell. Pretty swell, even regardless of the copyright strike that hit me hard, hit me right in my wallet. Damn it, Rogan. Rogan's trying to take me out, boys. He didn't like the criticism. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. That is a copyright strike, but I don't think it was Rogan personally. They hit me right where it hurts, right in the wallet, boys. They copyright my Joe Rogan Jamal Hill video. They took all the ad revenue. It's still up on the channel, but they took all the ad revenue. They claimed all the ad revenue. Has everyone put the house on Smith? No. You saw Lucas Almeida versus Timmy? No, I did not see that. Lucas Almeida still in the UFC, and the guy got smashed by Pat Sabatini. Steve Carell's taking the belt. Chase is a disgrace that would never show his face. Chase, you gonna let him talk to you like that? You gonna let him talk to you like that, Chase? No, I didn't think so. He's not gonna let you talk to. Yeah, shut your mouth. Imagine that video got 1 million views. I'd be heated. If they copyright claim it, they can choose to where you can't play it at all. That means the video is taken down, or they can choose to just let you play it, but they take all the ad revenue. That's what they do. That's what they do. Which is super unfortunate. It's annoying as hell. Smith is undisputed GOAT. That is true. Philly KO'd Almeida bad. Yes. So if it's not a strike, they let you keep the video up. They just claim the AdSense. I think they have a choice. In this case, they let me keep it up, but they take all the ad revenue. Would you ever star in a MyBookie bet post with Colby Covington and the escorts? Absolutely not. Bro, when's Manchester car going to be announced? Soon. In the next couple weeks, I would say. Next 2 weeks. Ursay going to shock the world? Maybe. I've been watching JRE and Rogan seems petrified to bring up your name. He's going to start a bigger feud with you. He should let stand a little bit. Yeah, he's terrified of me, bro. He totally knows who I am. He's been watching all my content. He knows exactly who I am. And he's terrified of me for sure. Yeah, someone's going to clip this and be like, yeah, Joey's delusional. Who remembers when I was being sarcastic? I said the weasel was stealing my video ideas. And I was saying it dead serious. But the real people who watch the streams know I was kidding around. And somebody fucking clipped it and posted it, Joey's delusional or some shit, thinking the weasel stealing his video. When it was like a generic video idea. It wasn't even that like it was a little bit more unique than just like a prediction video. But it was just crazy. But I was kind of like selling it a little bit, but it was still just supposed to be funny. But that's just the way it is. Imagine Petrino KO's Smith like Khalil, and he does a spinneroonie again. That'd be crazy. Who is Chase, and why does he get a wrench so soon? Is he your brother? No, he's not my brother. Chase has been around for a long time. 301 is weak, but you can expect they unloaded their best fights at 300. I don't think it's that. I think people are under. I think they're acting like it's shittier than it actually is. It's not that horrible. I remember that. It was 296, I think. I don't remember which one it was, but it's pretty funny. Somebody sent me that shit, and I was laughing about it. It was 294. I remember I said it as a joke, and some clip channel took your reaction and ran with it. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's funny. I think it's funny anyway. But, yeah, I'm sick and tired of all these guys. Like, I've seen multiple other channels do UFC 301 predictions, full card. I'm not saying they're copying, but it feels like it. But the people who were in here, who watch the channel regularly, know I was being facetious. I started the stream late. Did you walk in through the door behind the curtain? Yes, I did. By the way, behind me is a window, boys. Now I'm going to have to rearrange my whole office because I can't be having people think that I got some weird curtain door. It's a window behind me, boys. Contrary to popular belief, I'm on the 4th floor of my mansion, all right? I'm doubtful of Ursay now after seeing the countdown. The guy trains at his local gym with Joe Schmoes. Can't trust him to be levels above Pantoja. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I was leaning towards picking Ursay, but then I'm going back and I'm looking at fight histories and I'm watching fight footage and I'm like, dude beat up a couple scrubs. I mean, not straight up scrubs, but you get the point. So, what's up, Fries? What's going on, my friend? But yeah, I couldn't pick Ursay. I couldn't justify it in my head, even though I wanted to pick him. Jesus, that bottle's bigger than your head. Yeah, I just like to do this because I used to have like a bunch of water bottles up here. So instead, I just started using this. My fiance got it for me. What would you say to Dana White if he was in front of you on stream? You're going to have to rephrase that question. Like, are we on stream together? Or am I, like, able to communicate with him while he's on stream? You got to give me the specific scenario, what you mean. That's very generic. I respect that despite your differences with Chandler, that you still have enough integrity to show in that stupid video suggesting him adopting black kids is comparing to the movie Get Out. Yeah. I think it's shitty just to talk about anyone's relationship with their kids. It's really shitty. Especially just for the sake of ad revenue. That's all it is. And anybody that doesn't believe that is stupid. Is stupid. But with shit like that, there will always be karma one day. I've learned that a long time ago. But yeah, I'm not every take that I have on my channel, like I get it. Sometimes I joke around on stream and say certain things that maybe I'm like not really serious about. But everything that I like double down on and talk about on in videos and shit, it's just what I believe. It's just what I believe, and I talk a certain way, and that's just how I talk. People can take it as disrespectful. I don't truly. There's very few of these guys that I truly have a dislike for. Like I don't even really dislike Jamal Hill. I'm just calling it out. I'm just calling it out. Just like if one of my buddies acted like that, I would call him out for it. Zoom call on stream. I would ask him, why do you continue to have Apex events? Has Conor McGregor signed a new contract? Joe, I need you to rate Greg Hardy's fighting prowess on a scale from 1 to 10. 1. Do you think the hate for Ilia is unjustified? I do. Joey, can I transform your channel for a small monthly fee? No. Okay. All right. The microplastics in plastics bottles are bad for you. They tried to find a control group for microplastics. They couldn't find anyone. I don't know what you're getting at there. Do you think Guru made that video to steal your clout and beef with Chandler? I think he made it for ad revenue, to be honest. I haven't watched the video. I think he made it for ad revenue. That's what a lot of these people do. People say that I do that. They can think that, just like I'm saying it about someone else right now. They can think that if they want. There's not a single video that I've ever made that I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to get this ad revenue off of it. That's not my number one priority. Obviously, I want to make money off my videos. I'd be dumb if I said I didn't. I've never made a video ever just solely because I'm like, oh shit, this is going to get a lot of ad revenue. I would just want to cover the sport in a way that I believe it should be covered and be honest about my thoughts. Like, even if some people think it's like trashing fighters or like, if you can't, like, there's nothing I've really said on my channel that I couldn't take myself. I just think people are too sensitive nowadays, crying over everything. But there are certain lines you shouldn't cross, for sure. My favorite MMA Joey moment was when he said, "You don't see me threatening to kill people," in reference to Sean Strickland, and realizing he does that. Yeah, but I'm only joking around. I don't do it to be a tough guy. So say that again and I'll fucking kill you, allegedly. How are you, bro? I'm good. Joey, how does it feel to be the star of the UFC 301 countdown? It's not my first rodeo, so it's cool. But I was in a countdown many years ago. So you're the only motherfucker that covered the Ali Abdelaziz shenanigans the way you did. People are scared of him. People are scared of Dana. People suck up to the UFC. They'll only criticize to a certain extent because they're scared. They don't want to. People are a cult. There's a cult UFC following as well. Which people, they think I criticize the UFC too much because they see nothing but people being nothing but positive. So, basically, that's the gist of it. How long have you been doing this? 3 years. Started 3 years ago. Which UFC countdown was your debut? It was... Fuck, I forgot. Someone in chat knows. UFC... Maybe it was UFC... I don't remember. Was it 277? Maybe it was 277. Let me take a look. It's 277, I think. I believe it was 277. Yeah, it was 277. That's what it was. I was on UFC 277 countdown many, many moons ago. So I knew I was going to be in this one too. The Discord knew. I posted in the Discord when I found out maybe 3 weeks ago, a month ago. What's with Champion's obsession with fighting Conor McGregor? I feel like every other champion has said something about him. Here, I'll explain it to you. Champions get pay-per-view points, unlike Michael Chandler. So if you get pay-per-view points, you want to fight the person who's going to sell the most pay-per-views. So that's why champions want to fight Conor McGregor. Whereas Michael Chandler doesn't get pay-per-view points. Oh, UFC actually lets you know when they're putting you in their video. They message you and ask for permission. So they say, hey, I was hoping to use your video in an upcoming countdown. And then they link the video. They say, do we have your permission to use it? They do that to every clip they use. So you know about it about a month in advance. What time point were you in the countdowns? What time point? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean. You got to rephrase the question. I don't understand what that means. Jay, why do you think Jamal is such a geezer? I just think he's dumb as a box of rocks. I'm going to be honest. I thought he was just playing a character for a little bit, like over-exaggerated version of himself. Now I think he's dumb as a box of rocks. What fight are you looking forward to most this weekend? Brenner versus Neanderthal should be a good one. There's a bunch of really solid fights, but I'm looking forward to Usyk Pantoja. I'm looking forward to Pantoja. It was Kai. Thank you, Fries. Thank you. I remembered it when we were on here. Thoughts on the Mavericks beating the Clippers? I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't watch every second of the game. You and Iron Mike and Buddy co-comedy, I'd pay to say it. I don't know what you mean. I do disagree with a lot of your topics, but I'd rather watch your channel than Guru's. I'll never give one view. All he does is spread lies on fighters. Wish one of them to sue him. It's all about making money, man. That's the world we live in now. To be honest, that's a lot of YouTube. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's when all you do is genuinely just sit around and think of like, what controversial angle can you take to make ad revenue and to just generate money? I think it's embarrassing, man. It's really genuinely embarrassing and pathetic. That's just the way it is. And I mean that 100%. You'll never see me do that. You'll never, ever see me do that, ever. I'd rather make no ad revenue and no money rather than do that. But some people need the money. Some people are broke, I guess. I don't know. They're just desperately money hungry. So, it is what it is. He meant timestamp. I don't know the timestamp for the first one. The second one, somewhere in like 10 to 15 minute mark. How come they don't put your name in the countdown videos? It's only your voice with other sources are given credit. I don't know. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because, because it's from a YouTube channel and the YouTube channel doesn't have like a @ symbol, I guess. I don't know. I'd like to ask, but I don't want to be like, hey, why don't I get my name credited? And they'll be like, all right, we're not using your shit anymore. You know what I mean? There's nothing more I want to see than Bilal beating the shit out of Leon in the UK. My guy gets so much unnecessary hate for no reason, just hard work and regular. Dude, that'll be the highlight of my year if that happens. Is Bilal just dominates him from bell to bell. I would laugh my ass off. So, is Usyk going to KO Pantoja? Maybe, but doubtful. Will I miss the fight night? Finally got around to it. It'll be last. So I'll be the last person ever to watch that watch along. I almost guarantee it. That's crazy, bro. Dude, that watch along got shit views. That's like the ugliest views on a live stream I've got. It's got under 1,000. Thank God I didn't. Well, I didn't stream the prelim, so thank God for that. Thank God for that. Joey, if it was in 2021 Usman versus Izzy champ, who are you picking? I'd pick Izzy. I think he'd easily KO him. Just keep roasting Michael Chandler only when it deems necessary. Money usually trumps most people's integrity, sad but true. That's facts. Not me, though. Not me. You couldn't pay me enough. You couldn't pay me enough to... I hate this tabloid bullshit that MMA has become. And what's crazy is it's not just YouTubers. It's the MMA media in general. Why do you think the MMA media is so desperate for Conor to come back? Why do you think they're so desperate they want Conor in a title fight? Why do you think there's limited to no pushback? Because at the end of the day, Conor puts money in their pockets. You know? It is what it is, though. That's just the way it is. Not going to lie, Leon got cut his eyes out this time. I don't know what you mean. Do you really think Izzy beat Strickland? Dude, Izzy dominated Strickland and people were just biased because of him getting dropped in the first round. I mean, Izzy was literally dicing him up. And a lot of those rounds were close, so I don't think it was a robbery. But people were just swayed because Strickland did better than they anticipated him to, and he dropped him in the first round. The first round's the only round that Strickland clearly won. Yeah, so Izzy was robbed of his title. The BMF title should stay at 155. Max needs a title fight next, then defend the BMF. No. BMF just needs to go away. Completely go away. Or some people would say completely go. People always get pissed at the way I say completely. Like I say it almost with a U. Joey trying not to break character there. Hey, man. Someone go clip it out and post it somewhere. Izzy outclassed Strickland. And, people aren't just ready to hear that. So, people aren't ready to hear that. How do you think the Ukraine war will end? I don't fucking know. I have no clue, dude. My guess is a lot of people will be dead. Adesanya definitely beat Strickland. I agree. The judges need to get their eyes checked. I agree, Ace. Facts, bro. Facts. Damn, it's kind of feeling warm up here. It's kind of feeling warm. Izzy won rounds 2, 3, and 4, just like Dricus. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, bro. Were you joking, or do you think Izzy was robbed? I said he wasn't really robbed. It was close, but I think Izzy won. Chandler's at home watching Roadhouse on mute. Yeah, he's watching one particular scene. I agree the BMF should be gone. It's only accepted because fighters we have for this time period. Yeah, it's only because they put it for fan-friendly fight styles of fan-favorite fighters. You think Colby's lying about a foot injury? Probably. I said that from the jump. Dude's a puss, too. Remember when everyone called me crazy when I said Colby was just actively trying to duck? Who do you think will be champ again, Holloway, Piotr, or Charles? Piotr. I think if anyone's champ again, it'll be Piotr. At this point, I don't even think Charles ever wants the Islam Makhachev smoke ever again. I don't think he wants the smoke. So, it is what it is. Ryan Garcia popped. He's in the Job Jones Austrian diet. Yeah. Is Ilia versus Max the most likely next match? I think so. I think Volk wants to take some time off. I'm going to do a video about it after this probably. Does Bilal beat Ian Gary? No. But maybe. Honestly, I think if the UFC had less better cards, you would have more subs and more. You would have more subs and more money. I feel like you do better on your general vids about news or on pay-per-views. These Apex Fight Night cards are bad for views. That's true. They're bad for views for everyone, but it's like you got to cover them anyway. But I know what you mean. I do my best work when there's no fights going on, just analyzing different things going on, different things that were said, different things going on with the business in general, and actually digging deep into certain topics. I love when we got a couple weeks off. That's when I have my best growth, always. But I like to do the predictions as well. What am I just going to stop doing predictions? Then I feel like a total casual. Can you imagine Max versus Dustin this time might be different? Maybe. Why is Joe Rogan other people lying about Ilia turning Volk down? Lack of media literacy. Lack of media literacy is a problem in the MMA community. So, it is what it is. We're here for your growth. I can't wait to show you my growth. It's going to be a good time. Who does Charles fight next? I feel like the UFC is going to do Charles Gamrot. I don't know. Toss him Jalen Turner. Let him get a win. It may be Charles Fiziev. It may be Charles Fiziev. I wouldn't mind seeing Charles Gaethje rematch. If I could make a fight right now, it'd be Charles Chandler. I think Charles Chandler makes a lot of sense. I'd love to see that rematch. Honestly, you don't want to even cover every card if you don't want to. Yeah, but I have to. I feel like I would feel like a total weirdo if I didn't. I need to. I need to. Maybe one day I'll change it up, but I need to. I've already cut back on some content that I just don't have time to do anymore, and people are pissed about it. Charles versus Fazeev is a fucking banger. I know. Turner's a failed prospect. I agree. Show us your growth. Oh yeah. Hey, we've already picked up over 300 subscribers since we hit 20K. So road to 30K. I just can't wait for 50K. 50K and 100K are the next big goals, truly. I mean, I'll be happy at 30K, but 50K and 100K are what I'm looking forward to, and I think I can do those both in the next 2 years. What do you guys think, honestly? Do you think I can hit 50K and 100K in the next 2 years? I think so. By May 2026, I think I'll hit 100K. Because the growth only picks up. Like, in 2 days, okay, 300 subs. Not the greatest, but pretty decent. It's only going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like investments. You got this, bro, for sure. I like how Dana occasionally had to rant on how companies couldn't continue to work from home remote, yet they won't leave the Apex. I know, bro. He was like, hey, we can't live scared. We can't live scared, and we can't do what's convenient. And dude's still doing fucking Apex events in front of no crowds at an empty warehouse. 100K by the end of this year? Yeah, I don't know if I think that. I would love 50K by the end of this year. That would be a straight up heater. There's a few times where I'm getting like banger after banger after banger. Like recently, I've hit a few bangers, you know. But some of these shit cards just like kill the momentum a little bit because it takes away time. I could be making other videos, but I'm still gonna make them. I'm not gonna stop. Eventually, I want my predictions and my post fights for shit cards to get decent views as well. So I can't build that if I don't do them. You know. But 100K by the end of the year would be insane. Who does better against Strickland right now, Costa or the Usman rematch? I'll say Costa just because he's younger. Charles versus BSD would be a banger. Sign me up for Charles BSD. That's the fight. That's the fight to make. That is the fight to make. Is John Jones homosexual? Doubtful. There's no evidence to support that claim. But, you know, again. Pays his bills and live. That's good for him. That's good for him, bro. Hopefully one day. You think Hamzat fighting Whitaker? It's going to happen, yeah. Turner's 13-8. How's he ranked? I don't know. Did he fumble? Why did he not follow up on the Tato Moicano after he dropped him? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get it. Costa versus Jarrett and Sean versus Robert would have made way more sense. Then who would have Hamzat fought, though? I wanted Hamzat versus Strickland, and I didn't give a fuck about the rest of the division. Joe, do you think Paul Craig has a solid shot this weekend? No. I think he gets dominated. I think Kyle probably just keep it on the feet until he really hurts him badly, then he'll follow him to the ground. Unsure if there are any openly gay UFC fighters. Being double-legged would be a whole new meaning. Female there is. Male I don't think there is. So we shall see. Hamzat Delidze, dude. Who wants to see that? Delidze looked like straight up shit in his last fight. Hamzat is fucking unranked and lost to Usman. No, he didn't lose to Usman, and he's not unranked. So beating Usman is better than fucking most guys at middleweight's entire career. Jones grabbing someone's cock at the comedy club is a classic. Okay. Yeah. Joey's Izzy or Jordan Levitt gay? I don't know. I don't study their sexuality. I would guess no, but I don't know. Delidze should have taken that DQ win against Amavov, but it was a horrible call. It wasn't even illegal. He lost 2 rounds to, or was it? I think it was. He lost 2 rounds to Usman, so it was a draw at best. No, one of those rounds was super close. So, but it wasn't a great call. Joe, where's the time gone? I don't know. We're about to be halfway through 2024, boys. We're about to be halfway through 2024. I don't know where the time's going. Every day I'm like, holy fuck, what's going on? I feel like I'm in a time warp and we're going to be old soon. It's scaring the piss out of me. So, I don't know. This is the way it goes. Dolidze got the shit beat out of him by Imavov. Badly. Got beat up badly by Imavov. Looked like he didn't even belong in there. I can't imagine if anyone picked Imavov. I'd be so... not Imavov. If anyone picked Dolidze against Imavov. That'd be such an embarrassing pick. I'd legit be so embarrassed. But Ian versus Colby announced. Doubtful. I'm not seeing anything on Twitter. Where at? I doubt it was announced, dude. It's not gonna. I doubt it's gonna happen, but I hope it does. If Colby doesn't take that fight, he needs to get cut. Bro, Dolidze might be the worst ranked middleweight in history. Dude got a ranked win because he beat up Hermanson. Good one, bro. We all know Colby's filling his britches. Yeah. Colby got offered that Ian Gary's fight, and he was like, I'm going to get right up there and shit my britches like it's going out of style. So what's the fascination with MMA fighters' sexuality? Everyone seems to have one now. I really think it's dudes. Look, here's what I honestly believe, right? You guys ready? You guys ready to hit you with some facts? I think there's a lot of dudes out there who don't have friends. And on top of that, they're either partly homophobic or extremely homophobic. And because they don't have any friends, and because they're homophobic, or they might have some secret desires themselves that they're suppressing, they can't understand the thought of maybe making a gay joke, you know? Maybe making a gay joke with your boys, just joking around, okay? And so, in their minds, they might see a fighter do that, and they're like, oh, he's got to be gay. Oh, Izzy humped Costa, he's got to be gay. Oh, John Jones said something a little bit homoerotic, I guess. He's got to be gay. I think that's genuinely what happens. And, you know, I think some people, again, they either have secret desires themselves, so they're hyper fixated on other people's sexuality, or they're partially homophobic or extremely homophobic. So in their minds, they could never fathom maybe making some type of joke that would be perceived homosexual, because in their minds they're so adamant that it's, you know, whatever they may think about it, and so they can't understand, so they don't understand that part of the world, you know. So people make jokes like that all the time, you know. If making jokes like that makes you gay, I guess this entire chat is gay. I guess the entire chat is gay. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess my entire video on Chris Weidman's gay too. Kingdom. So. But that's just facts. That's just facts. If you're making up fan fiction about certain fighters you dislike being homosexual based on... Dude, I've seen the entire Comedy Club thing the second it came out ever. I've seen the entire Comedy Club thing. Somebody sent it to me. This was before it was even common knowledge. Dude, if you don't understand people make jokes like that all the time, you need to get some more friends. People make weird jokes all the time, you know? I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't understand how people don't get that. Like, I really don't get how people don't get that. So, dude said, you're king of the gays. Thank you for watching. Dude said, you got to watch the Vince, you got to get out more, bro. You got to get out more. Like, hold on, wait a second. You're telling me, Vince, you hang out with your boys and you've never made a gay joke ever in your life? Huh? That's crazy. That is crazy to me. That is legit crazy. Guru has never kissed a woman at 25 and has admitted to gay thoughts before. Okay, I'll take your word for it, but I don't know if that's true. Joey, this is the end of the watch party. There's YouTubers I see that do that and do not mention any names, okay? Look, every time I go out with one of my buddies, right? Let's say when me and one of my buddies go out to dinner, right? And occasionally, you know, I'll pay for it. What is that gay now? What is that gay? And then as I'm paying for it, I'll be like, hey man, don't worry about it. I got you this time. I'll be like, you're putting out afterwards, right? Like, people don't say shit like that. No, everyone who actually has friends knows shit like that is said all the time. All right? And like, I don't care. Like, I know someone's probably they're probably like, ooh, I'm going to get Joey right here. I'm going to get him with this clip. I mean, if you don't say shit like that, it's just, you don't go out enough. Like, I'm not saying you have to make those types of jokes. I'm just saying you can't look at that as a referendum on someone's sexuality. And it's weird to even, you know? Now, I don't grab my friend's cock enough for a comedy guy to call it. I've seen that clip too, dude. It's just not, that's not what was said either. That's not what was said. And there's no evidence to support that other than some random dude that you've never heard of and I've never heard of saying that. So let's just say this. I saw Vince in a back alley giving a BJ for $10 the other night. I saw him in a dirty back alley giving a BJ for $10 the other night. Okay. All right, now I said it. Now everyone call Vince gay in the chat. Everyone post in the chat that Vince is gay because I said it. I said so. See, RJ, that's the shit that's funny. That's the shit that's funny. I can't even read that out loud because then someone's gonna clip that. But that's funny. Only gay people don't make gay jokes? Exactly. So, I mean, I don't get it. There's a meme. There's a meme out there. You know the meme of the guy sweating? You guys know what I'm talking about, the guy sweating? There's one I saw, one of my buddies sent me a while ago. That was funny as hell. It was like, never mind. I'm not even going to say it. I can't, there's no way I can get all of it out because, nowadays you got to wait and worry about what people are going to clip out of these streams and out of context. Is projecting who cares so much if another grown man's gay. Joey, have you ever been indicted? Maybe not. Indicted? Is that indicted, I think? If Jones is actually gay, it would be even funnier because then you expose yourself for a piece of shit for coming out. And that's the other thing. If you think it's funny to find out that someone's gay and then like try to tell the world, yeah, I saw that he's gay. Like, that's just bizarre. DDP and his coach kissed each other and grabbed each other's packages, but there was no 40-minute of that. That sounds like your Friday night, Big Donut. That sounds like your Friday night. See, that's the shit. That's, I don't know. Chad Hero, thank you for the $4.99. I was turned off because everyone said you were quote unquote soy, but I've been lurking and agree with most of your takes. Tired of most MMA creators. Keep it up. Thank you. Look, I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of people out there who don't like people who speak their mind and they want them desperately to go along with the mob mentality of the MMA community, and that's not me. And if that causes me to be a figure that's hated by a decent portion of MMA fans, I can take that because I don't give a fuck about them. It's not gonna change my life in any meaningful way. So I'm happy that you checked out the channel. I'm happy that you liked the channel. I'm happy to have you a part of the channel. And thank you for the $4.99 Chad Hero. But what I've learned is the softest, most pussy. What's another word I'm looking for? The softest, weakest men out there project on others by saying soy and beta. If you ever see me saying that in a video, you know I'm just trolling, oh, this beta male, this soy boy. Usually it's just nothing but weak men who throw out those pejoratives. That's it. So people can call me what they want, and it is what it is. People can check me out for themselves, and they can make their own determination if they don't like me and they think I'm a soy boy. They can go, where I come from, that constitutes an ass whooping. But thank you for the $4.99, Chad. Appreciate you. So I don't like any I don't really like any MMA creators prior to me starting my channel either. Now I don't really pay attention. So honestly, it's just embarrassing to make a 40-minute video about another person's sexuality. Agreed 100%. If Jones is really gay, say a prayer for him and hope he recovers soon. Yeah, okay. There's another one. Yeah, we're just converting out people. We're converting people to the channel. People who acted like Chael, who actually like, I think you meant people who actually like Chael Sonnen and Beta for sure. Over 100 in chat. Let's all like the stream. Yeah, if you guys could like the stream, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I would appreciate it. They only attack your personality and appearance when they can't dispute facts. That is something that yes, that's true, Fries. How long have I been saying that on the channel? When you back up your claims by factual information, what do they have left? They can attack your appearance, and they can say, oh, this guy's a soy boy, beta male, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. I wish some of you guys, and I guess some of you guys have been around for long enough to truly understand the truth because you've hung out with me enough basically on stream. But I wish some of you guys could hang out with me in real life because you would know this is like, I'm not putting on some personality. This is exactly how I act in real life. And I do not give a fuck. So, yeah, that's just the way it is. So, it is what it is. I like to think the real reason DDP refused Izzy at 300 is because he doesn't want to immediately lose the belt after he barely won it from Strickland. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Probably just he wanted to be 100% healthy. I think the UFC hates him for it, and that's why they're going to make him defend in Australia. Soy boy is such a corny and cringe word to use. If you ever hear me saying it or using it in a thumbnail, it's just I'm trolling a little bit. Because it gets them triggered. When you call one of the people or a group of people that use that as their main pejoratives, when you call them that, they get triggered by it, and it's hilarious. M.A. Joey loves his pejoratives. That's true. Cringe for using words like soy, Chad, beta, etc. Yeah, I think they're all kind of soy, if you ask me. If you don't get a little gay with homies, then you're actually sus. Oh my god, that's funny, bro. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, if you don't if you don't hang out with your boys and make gay jokes, then I'll start to think you're gay. I will start to think you're gay. The biggest dorks use soy boy, yeah. There are soy boys in the world, but it's overused now for reasonable disagreements. We should all meet at a UFC event, not the bathrooms like Conor McGregor. Chase, I don't trust you get me into a public restroom. So we're going to have to meet out in the lobby. What's up, goofballs? What's up? DDP beats Izzy easily with the grappling, in my opinion. Doubtful. Couldn't hold Strickland down, but now he's going to hold Izzy down. I think Pantoja Urseg is going to be a banger. I hope so. Everyone's a little gay after a couple beers. Y'all boys haven't played Soggy Biscuit. Exactly, dude. If you don't get together with the boys and play a good game of Soggy, let me stop. Yeah, if you don't, the thing is about that is if you lose, you win. Nah, let me stop here. Let me stop right here. Strickland is a lot better on the ground than Izzy. No, he's not. No, he's not, dude. Yeah, he got shot through by DDP multiple times. He got shot through by Abus, and Abus took his back. Got out grappled by Kamaru. He's so good on the ground. He's such a badass on the ground. I think they're close, but I think Izzy has better takedown defense and better movement. Joe, what's your secret to not drinking? Never starting. Odds on Chandler asking Conor to take him to a public restroom. I don't know if we'll ever actually ask him. I don't know if we'll ever actually publicly ask him, but in private, behind closed doors, maybe. Izzy has nothing off of his back. Yeah, when he has a light heavyweight on top of him, maybe. Does UFC just not do medical suspensions anymore? Medical suspensions were always bogus and has nothing to do with... It's supposed to be the commission. It's supposed to be the commission, not the UFC. Because the UFC isn't supposed to necessarily have the best... Like, it's a conflict of interest because they want fighters to compete. So it's supposed to be the commission that keeps these fighters safe. Is Alex fighting at 301? No. I said better on the ground. When has Sean Strickland ever shown any jiu-jitsu ever in his entire career? It's been a long time. It's been a long fucking time. So I think that's just a claim without merit. I think that's just a claim without merit. But sure, we shall find out because Strickland got shot through by DDP. Didn't hold him there, but got shot through. No reason to ignore Izzy's massive weakness. Dude, there's not a massive weakness there. It's never been exploited other than by Jan Blachowicz, who's much bigger than him. So, it is what it is. I think Dricus has to grapple to win. Has to grapple to win. And he may be able to. He may be able to. I'm not saying that he can't. But yeah. It'll be interesting. Do you rate 302? I think it's decent. I got to do a video on that soon. Power Slap has become WWE unmerited garbage, absolute garbage. I've seen somebody tested positive for cocaine the other day. It's kind of seeing Dana White being hard ass. If you remember him in the early days, he was a cornball with big suits. I still have to respect him for him, but it's true. Yeah, Dana's one of the softest crybabies I've ever seen. He takes everything personally. It's crazy. DDP would maul Izzy on the ground. Izzy's never faced an elite prime grapple. Dude, DDP got mauled by Brunson. Mauled by Brunson. Mauled by Brunson. Stop overhyping the grappling of DDP. DDP's got good jiu-jitsu. But let's not act like it's wrestling, some amazing wrestling. Yeah, I'm happy about the Octagon as well. Does it ever get upset by the fact pay-per-views take forever and big fights take fucking 10 months to happen? Dude, it's very frustrating. Is he getting favorable matchups as a joke, right? Dude fought everyone number one contender. That's crazy. I didn't even see somebody say that. I didn't even read that full message. Who are you picking between Weili and Tatiana Suarez? I'll go Weili. I'm going Weili. I'd be willing to bet 1K with you. What are you talking about? I agree. DDP's only chance against Izzy if he mixes in the grappling, if he rushes in and blitzes. Dude, there's one point where he turns his back on Strickland. DDP's striking is so bad. It's so bad but effective. What was the thing with Alex today posting the thing? No. I don't know. He's just trolling his fans. He's just trolling fans and acting like he's fighting at 301. That's all that's going on. Izzy Pereira at 205. I go Pereira by KO. Too big, too strong, no weight cut. I go Pereira. But I wouldn't be shocked if Izzy won. But I'd go Pereira. DDP striking isn't shit. It just looks like shit. That is true. If it's effective, I guess it isn't shit. But on all, basis of technical ability, it looks like shit. But I think he's gonna get put on a master class by Izzy in the striking if he stays striking. It's just too tough, man. It's too tough for him. To be honest. It's too tough for him. So, I think he was posting a hint at the fight down the line. I doubt it, dude. He's trying to make it look like he was fighting at 301. I think Izzy knocks out DDP probably. Izzy would get mauled by Delize. He would not get mauled by Delize. But Delize does have nasty jiu-jitsu. In a way, I think Delize could beat DDP. I wouldn't say I would pick him, but I think he could. Dricus closes his eyes and swing recklessly. Dude, find the clip where at one point he throws a combination and leaves his back to Strickland. Leaves his back to Strickland. Mid-fight. It was craziness. Delize couldn't even get Vettori down or Imavov off. Yeah, I know, but Delize has filthy power. It would look like a slop fest and DDP would probably win. But I'm just saying, it wouldn't shock me. Middleweight's up for grabs right now, in my opinion. Dricus closes his eyes. DDP striking is like Alex. Doesn't look the best, but works. Okay, yeah. Dude, I would love to see DDP versus Pereira at middleweight. Because if DDP gets him down, he can sub him. But I think he's probably getting chinned. I'd pick Pereira. I might go Dricus based on grappling and strength. But if Dricus doesn't get a takedown, is he going to do him like Peyton did Simon? I agree. DDP's definitely gay. I wouldn't say that. If Ankalaev and Alex fight, I say it happens June at 3:03. I don't think they're going to put a champion on the card with Conor McGregor. So, no. I don't think Pereira's fighting soon. I think they're going to save him for later in the year, which is annoying because if he's ready to go, let him fight. Let him fight. He ain't fighting at 185 ever again. I doubt it as well. I doubt it as well. But it could. It could. Yeah, 305's in Australia. 306 is in the Sphere, so I doubt he even fights at the Sphere. 307 is going to be Abu Dhabi. Covington thinking about running for Congress after his UFC career. Imagine voting for him. Imagine voting for Colby Covington. Imagine how brain dead you would have to be to vote for Colby Covington. That's what I can't stand about them. They always use the same venues for same time of year. It makes guys have to rush to fight later. I tagged you on X. Don't ever call it X. Call it Twitter. Dude had his back completely turned to him. Literally, Dricus was throwing a left hand, and Dricus was throwing a left hand to his right, and Sean Strickland was 10 foot behind him. That's funny, bro. That's really bad. 308 is in Abu Dhabi. 307 isn't confirmed. 306 at the Sphere. It might be 307 early in October. Sometimes they'll do 2 events in October. Can you guys do me a huge favor? Like the stream. We got 140 some in here. We only got 43 likes. So if you guys can click the like button, it takes 1 second to scroll down and hit the little thumbs up. It helps boost the live stream. If you guys enjoy these live streams, it helps boost them. And double check right this second. And make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you are subscribed. We're on the road to 50K, boys. We're on the road to 50K. I might make 2 videos after this stream. We'll see. They never do 2 events in October. They always get canceled. 267 and 268. No. That's not it. That was a week apart, but one was in November. Maybe they do, though. Maybe they do this year. Early October, late October. Fluffy should get Izzy after... No. Strickland is going to be a much cleaner boxer than DDP and was piecing him up with his jab. Dude, he was running the whole fight. Why is UFC shilling low blow nickel? He's dime a dozen pedigree wrestler. They just like him. He's the all-American Bo Nickel, basically. That's really what it is. He's just the all-American Bo Nickel. That's the truth of the matter, boys. That is genuinely the truth of the matter. So it's actually quite annoying. They are dick riding Bo hard. Dick riding him so hard, man. It's unreal. I think if Strickland would have just fought a little bit more aggressively, he would have easily beat Dricus. Dricus is shit, man. In a way. In a way. I picked him. Keep in mind, I picked him. So. Who's joining me this Saturday? I'll be streaming 301. Who's going to join me this Saturday for the live stream? I hope they put Pereira on another card. Bo's one of the best college wrestlers of all time. Of course, he's getting a push. Sure. I will. Me. DDP has some of the worst looking striking. Agreed. I appreciate you, boys. Don't forget. I will be live Saturday. I'll try to be here for every single fight. That's the goal. I'll try to be prepared for every single fight on the card. I look forward to this pay-per-view. I think it's got really good prelims. So I got to start reminding people that I'm streaming the cards. So people show up for the cards. I'm watching, but in between fights, you got to play Creed and cover songs. Now I'll start. You got to play. I'm gonna start playing my own cover. I'm gonna start a Creed cover band. I will definitely be here. Not buying that. Fair enough. Maybe they should do this. Alex versus Aspinall, July 27th headline in London. Have gone fight Blades in France. That makes sense. Fight of the night prediction. Elves Brenner versus Mikdebek Oralby. When a girl asks me if I like Deftones, I say nah. I'm more of an MMA Joey type guy. Fair enough. Would love to see Bryce Mitchell, Sean Strickland, Colby, Tito's IQ test scores. It'd be low. Probably in the single digits for most. Who do you think's the smartest out of those guys? Because I'm being dead serious when I genuinely think those four you mentioned are genuinely dumb. Are genuinely like dumb as a box of rocks. I think Tito's probably the dumbest. Followed by... I don't know, man. Colby's probably is the smartest. Why did Dana allow Alex to fight this weekend if he had no damage anyways? Apparently broken toes, but probably because he didn't want to pay to change all the marketing, and he knows the Brazilians are going to buy tickets anyway. I will for the prelims going to a friend's house for the main. Oh, you going to a friend's house, Vincent? Don't forget to bring the KY, Vince. Since I know what you're up to. I wonder why they are fighters. Yeah, Tito is naturally dumb, but the most funny. People won't agree, but I think Bryce is just brainwashed, not dumb. I understand what you're saying, but if you're able to get brainwashed that badly, you're probably dumb to begin with. Is my thoughts. I think he's just uneducated. Bryce isn't the dumbest. At least he knows how to do manual labor. True. UFC and chill. Yeah, Vincent's going over his buddy's house for the main. Yeah. And he ain't talking about anything to do with the fight card. He's going over there for the main. He's going over there for the grand finale. They'll hang out for the prelims. But he's got something to do during the main card. He just admitted it. That's it. Can't wait, Joey. I always have the pay-per-view on the big screen, your face on my laptop. See you at the top. It's always fun, man. I always look forward to starting to stream for pay-per-views. I need to get my second monitor. It's driving me nuts, but the one I want is constantly out of stock. I can't get it. And now I'm debating about whether I want to wait for a different one or a smaller one. Because then I have to reorganize my entire desk, which I hate change. Which is why I haven't redone my background. And I've been talking about that since 10K. 170 is the best division. Any news on Colby Carey? No. There is no news on Colby and Gary, unfortunately. I hate when it does this. All right, there we go. Anyway, Joey, would you oil up? I don't know what you're getting at. True, he's uneducated. I think the way he is because everyone around him told him to be. That's it. Yep. How do you rate Aldo's chances of a strong future? In the fight game, 0. Old, bantamweight. I think he could win. I think he'd still be very good, but bright future at this age, no. Jamal creeping up there with Tito. That is true. I like Bryce. I'm from the same place, trained at the same gym. I used to live 20 minutes from where he's from, Searcy, Arkansas, and I am nothing like him. It's crazy. That is wild. It's probably just his upbringing, man. Some people just believe everything. Dude thinks the earth is flat. Is this not a retirement fight for Aldo? I think he's just trying to get out of his contract. Did you see Aldo wearing blue? I saw that on Twitter, yes. Should be pretty cool. Whoa. Whoa. Why the fuck do these random videos play? Twitter's horrible now. All it is a bunch of random ass videos. Like, they don't even play. There's not even really tweets anymore. All I get is videos, straight up videos. Video. Do some research, it might. Yes, the earth is flat and your channel's awesome. Thank you. The earth is flat. What are the odds? Alex Pereira being on 303 card, let's just say, versus Prohaska. We have until June 20. 0. They're not putting on a title fight on the Conor McGregor card. How do you feel about Sugar denying to fight out of the country? What do you mean? Why do UFC fans act so elitist towards other promotions? The UFC is not the only place where elite fighters compete. Propaganda, but also the fact that the UFC has the deepest talent pool. That's why. The earth is flat, brother. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it, brother. Yeah, the earth is flat, man. And I gotta take my dog to the vet, but instead of taking him to the vet because he's sick, I'm just gonna pray on it. I'm just gonna pray on it because the earth's flat anyway, and them vets, they think the earth's round. I'm not trusting them vets. I'll be damned. 9/11 was an inside job. Damn. Jay, can we do a group prayer on stream for Sugar, Strickland, and Ilia to get KO'd? I don't want Ilia to get KO'd. And I'm not praying for anybody to get KO'd. So, thoughts on the Illuminati trying to frame Ryan Garcia as a PED user? I think he's just a weirdo. From everything I've seen. I think he's just an old weirdo. But that's just the way it goes, my friend. You win some, you lose some. I'll be hosting an MMA Joey prayer group every day after school. Thank you. It actually makes more sense, the earth being flat. No, it doesn't. Have you played any of the UFC games? If so, what do you think? The THQ games were fun. The one from 2012 is better than anything EA Sports has put out. EA Sports is a shit company that doesn't belong making video games because they're straight up ass. I used to play Madden religiously. Shit. I think Bryce is the smartest of them. Strickland and Colby. That dude seem actually dumb. I think Strickland's really dumb. I think Tito and Strickland are the dumbest. Then Bryce, then Colby probably. Colby's probably the smartest. But I don't think Colby believes half of what he says. So, I think he just is this a troll who's not even really that good of a troll? Who do you favor to win the 145 strap? I'm going to say Topuria. I think Holloway's going to have a tough cut to 45 after he bulked up. That's what I'm going to go with. At least Strickland is funny. Biking with Joey this summer? Maybe. Maybe. Joe, what's up? What's up? I can't believe we've already been live for an hour and a half. I got to go record these videos. It's already midnight. I'm going to go record a video about Ilia and Holloway and the blatant lies that Joe Rogan has put out about Ilia. The fighters hate Cole because he's only a dick when the mics and cameras are around. He's just a cornball. Was Topuria versus Max announced? No. You think Volk has any chance of getting his belt back? Yes, but slim. Older, aging, brutal KO after brutal KO. The possibility, I think, or the possibility of him clawing it back, probably not great. Probably not great. Hey, Joey, did you see what Sean said about international flags? I've seen him complain about flags on Twitter. What do you expect, man? Can you expand on the lies, Joe? I've heard nothing. I'm going to make a video about it. He's just making up fake news and then talking about it like he knows for sure, and people taking it and getting reported. Gaethje lost his title shot, and Holloway is now going to have to sacrifice athleticism to make 145. See you, man. I enjoy the channel. We'll be popping in more. Have a good one. Thank you, Chad. I'm glad you. Make sure you tell people. Make sure you tell people. All right. They were wrong. When you see it, you call it out. They were wrong. It's actually a good channel. I need you out there on the front lines, Chad. I need you to be a converter. Strickland has the IQ of a duck. Don't insult ducks like that. Imagine Marab KO Sean. Would not shock me. But it would be crazy. I think he out-grapples him, probably subs him. CTE kicking Strickland's ass at this point. I think low IQ is kicking Strickland's ass and probably childhood trauma. Joe, what's up with the UFC heavyweights? Do they even exist? Dude, the heavyweight division has always been shit, man. I've been telling you guys that since the inception of my channel. I've been telling you for a long time. So, Joe, what's up? Okay, Joe Rogan's brain is fried from decades of weed, booze, and DMT, basically. He just says whatever now. I think he's just checked out because he's so busy doing everything. He can't concentrate on anything. And I kind of get it. Marab has an unbelievable resume. I agree. I agree 100%. But listen, boys. Please go check out my full card predictions for 301. I'm going to go record a video about Ilia Topuria and Max Holloway. And the fact that Rogan's saying that Ilia's turning down fights. And I think people are preemptively shitting on Topuria. Even though Topuria has barely said anything. Coach, thank you for the $5 super chat. What was a fight or fight event that got you into MMA? For me, it was 229 Conor versus Khabib. Keep up the good work. Big fan. P.S. Have you ever trained? Have I ever trained? I wear Venom gear. And so that makes me automatically a badass. The fight that really converted... I was watching for a while before this, but the fight that really converted me was Anderson Silva Chael Sonnen 1. I liked Anderson Silva at that point. To watch Anderson get the fuck beat out of him for 4.5 rounds on his back, just getting fucking pounded and pounded and pounded and pounded like Pat's mom when she comes over to my house on a Saturday night, on his back, just getting pounded over and over and over again. And then for Anderson Silva to wrap his legs around him and sub him in the last 2 minutes blew my fucking mind. And that's when I knew I was a hardcore. That's when I knew I was a hardcore right then and there. So, UFC 117, I believe it was. I believe it was UFC 117. Made me a hardcore fan. Yep. August 7th, 2010. The day I became a hardcore. I was fucking shook. I could have left for all you know. Now, I know you're still here, Pat. You're a little puss. Thank you again for the $5, Coach. I appreciate you, man. Your favorite female fighter? Probably Weili. Joe, who do you think wins between Dricus and Adesanya? Adesanya by KO. Yes, UFC 117 in Oakland, the first ever I attended. Would have been... I then have been to 39 others. That's nuts. Dude, that's crazy you've been to that many. I've only been to 3 events. You've been to 40. I love Topuria. He's an amazing heel, casting shade on Holloway while wanting to take his BMF. Yeah, I think people are reading it too much into it. How do you feel about Charlie Olives going up to 170? He's only looking for a McGregor fight. It's embarrassing. Can Izzy win at heavyweight? No. I really want Dricus to win, but I could see it happen. First decision you'd make as the UFC CEO? Better fight cards, even if we had to cut back on fight cards. That's it. That's the gist of it. So, yeah, that's it. All right, boys. Anyway, listen. I'm going to go try to pump out a video real quick. I got a good video I wanted to do before the stream, before I started off with the live chat. Do me a favor, like the stream. Go check out my full card predictions for 301. Have notifications on. I'm going to drop a Topuria video here shortly, Topuria Holloway video here shortly, about people saying Topuria's turning people down. We're going to talk about that a bit, which he's kind of annoying, some of the things that he said. But that video will be out shortly. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Goodbye. Good night. Appreciate every single one of you. Maybe I'll be live tomorrow night as well. We'll see. I'll try to go live a bunch the week of UFC pay-per-views. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye. Good night. And I'll talk to you later.